Hello guys, this is Antonio Talks Politics, and it is April 22nd, 2017, 8:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, let's just dive right in. Let's not even do a little. Let's just dive right into it. So I'm just going to say a couple sentences, and then we're going to dive right into the news of the week. The things I'm covering here, some things I may have, sorry, I was just trying to think of the words. Some things that happened this week I may have left out because they're too controversial for me to cover, or I don't feel comfortable covering them, or I don't know enough about them. So if there are some events that are left out in this weekly update, then that's it. That's because I didn't feel comfortable covering those subjects. Felt like they were too controversial, or I didn't know enough about them. I'm not here to dive into controversies. That's for someone else to do. I'm just here to tell you guys the news, and yeah, so let's begin. First of all, today was the March for Science. Sorry, I'm stumbling because the French presidential election was #1 on my list. So let me cover that first, and then we'll cover the March for Science. So the French presidential election is set to happen tomorrow. According to the latest poll I have read, it is roughly 24.5% to the center-right candidate. I need to pull up his name right now. Let me look at French presidential election polling. Let me just make sure. Camera's still on. Yes, it is. French presidential election polling. The opinion poll for the 2017 election. Let me see. Okay. According to the results that I am reading, the latest poll, a lot of these polls still have see, France is in a different time zone than me, so I'm looking at Wikipedia right now, and there were many different polls, but they haven't been uploaded, because according to Wikipedia, they were done tomorrow. They were done in the future, but it's a day before they said they were done. So these haven't been updated yet, they haven't been put any information, and the results haven't come in yet. Maybe in France they've begun to vote or come in. Someone could please tell me that. That'd be awesome. But I don't know. So according to the latest poll that at least I can see, it is 24.5% for Macron of the En Marche party. Please tell me if I mispronunciated that. I believe I did, but of the En Marche party, and it is Mrs. Marine Le Pen. It is Marine Le Pen of the National Front is at 23%. Those are the two front runners. The next party that has a significant portion is the let me read. The Republican Party of France, the Republicans as they call them, and that is led by Fillon, that is led by François Fillon, who's running for the French Republicans, or the Republicans of France, I believe. Or the Republicans is what they call them in France. Okay, that's the official name of the party. And she is neck and neck with the far-left candidate, Macron. Sorry, I mispronunciated that. And he is running for the La France Insoumise. Let me say that again, because I got that all messed up, probably. La France Insoumise is the name of the party, and he is also 19%. So due to the polls, it is neck and neck. The margin of error, according to what I predict, is about 2.5%, 1.5%. So, yes. Now, it will be published at about 20 CEST is when it will be published French time on April 23rd. So that doesn't mean I don't even know when that is, so I'll just hear about it from CNN and I'll make a breaking news video. I don't know who I'll hear it from, but I'll hear it somewhere. And those are the four main contenders. Once again, let me just repeat that very quickly. You have Macron for the, let me find his party, I forgot. Let me find his party again. Dang it. It keeps on pulling up a different tab. It keeps on putting it into Google, but I just want for the En Marche party. He is neck and neck if you include the margin of error with Marine Le Pen of the Front National, of the National Front, and then there are the other two candidates, Macron, who's running I believe it's his name, Macron. Something, who is running for the La France Insoumise party, That's probably a terrible mispronunciation, but you know, I don't speak French, so I'm not that good. And Fillon, who is running for the French Republicans. So that is the side. So that is the. Sorry, I was just looking to make sure I was still on. It's 5:08 right now. In terms of how much time I've spent on this, that's been 5 minutes and 8 seconds. I was just looking at the timer. I know this, guys, just heads up. I know this video is like very, you know, original, not very edited, not very, you know, not very professional, but that's because I'm just getting the hang of the stuff myself. Today was also the March for Science Day, which I know my voice sounds like I just got an adrenaline rush when I said that, but I said today was the March for Science is because I'm happy to move on from the mispronunciations. So that's because I'm just saying, yes, I don't have to say any foreign languages that I don't understand, that I can't speak, so that I can just say words I completely understand. So no more mispronunciations. That's just like, today is the March for Science, because I finally know now I won't be doing any mispronunciations because I'm not using any foreign languages. So, back on topic. Today was the March for Science Day, which was held all around America and on all 7 continents, including Antarctica. I don't have the picture. I haven't been able to get the picture, but I know there was a picture of some scientists in Antarctica holding signs. Happened globally today. According to sources that I've read and hear from, they said it was because of Trump's supposed anti-environmental policies. Once again, this is not an opinion piece. I'm not going to get into whether he has done anti-environmental policies. So that's going to be no comment from me. And so according to the people who said that was because of, for example, the Keystone Access Pipeline, he allowed that to go through, and other stuff like that, the repeal of climate change regulations that President Trump signed into order. So that's why people are saying that he's anti-environmental, and that's why the March for Science was organized today as a sign, apparently, of solidarity with scientists against President Donald Trump. For the third, there's a new bill that's been proposed in the House to once again repeal and replace Obamacare. This is about the second repeal bill that the GOP has attempted. So that's why this is why I call this the Obamacare repeal part 2. This is the part 2 of the repeal bill. So they're trying to repeal Obamacare again. This isn't the part 2 of it. This is a different version of it. This is just very similar. This is the second repeal bill which they've drafted and proposed. So that's an update. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that because we don't know how that's gonna go at all. They may end up getting the support the GOP may end up getting the support they need for the repeal of it, or they may not. If they fall short of it, I predict they'll wait another month and then try it again, even until they repeal Obamacare or until a compromise is reached with the Democrats in Congress. But until that point, I think we will see this bill in Congress for quite a while. And even if it gets rejected, I believe there will be another bill similar to this one. And we don't know the support level on that right now. And there is no Congressional Budget Office analysis of this bill yet. Because this bill is still more of a rumor bill. Like, I believe it got sent into the House, but it hasn't even been assigned to a committee yet, so it could take some time. So that's going to be a very long-term thing, honestly. So don't hold your breath on expecting an update from me on that, because it could take a little while before we know anything decisive. Today, I'm going to have to pull up my tab again. Today, not today, but yesterday and days before that, let me pull this up. I need to get the exact name of it because I don't want to get the name of the case wrong. Let me just pull this up. Let me find the name of the case. I'm just not going to look for it, so I'm going on the website of the legal firm or legal organization that is defending the church in this case. Okay, now I have the exact name of the case. The Trinity Lutheran Church of Columbia, Missouri is in a lawsuit against the state of Missouri over the state of Missouri Department of Natural Resources rejecting its application for the renovation of the daycare. It's a church-run daycare. Over the rejection of the church's daycare, the daycare secular, the church's daycare application for... Sorry, I just needed to swallow right then. For the redoing of their playground, for their playground to be renovated to be more safe, that application was rejected on the grounds that Trinity Lutheran Church is a religious institution, which it is, and that therefore they cannot do that because that violates separation of church and state. The Alliance Defending Freedom, which is a legal organization that deals with issues such as these has taken on the case on behalf of Trinity Lutheran Church. They are saying that it violates the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause, which guarantees every single citizen and institution equal protection under the law, regardless of any status, that everyone's entitled to equal protection. They argue that it violates the law, the 14th Amendment, by not allowing churches to access state funding for secular, non-religious purposes, even if it's accessed by a church. And the opposition, which is the state of Missouri, Department of Natural Resources, is arguing that even though, yes, the money is being used for secular purposes, it's still being used by a religious institution, and therefore that violates the First Amendment's promoting a religion clause. Congress shall make no law prohibiting the establishment of religion, shall make no law establishing a religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. They're arguing that the First Amendment protects what the Department of Natural Resources did in this case by rejecting the application. They are saying that if they had accepted that, that would be a violation of the First Amendment that says you cannot promote or establish a religion. So that's going on with that case. And on a much lighter subject in all of those, When Calls the Heart is having its season finale on Sunday, which is tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I believe 8 o'clock Central Time. But I'm in Eastern Standard, so I'm just gonna I watch it at 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock. 9 to 10 will be when it is on. It's a very good show. It's the season finale. I recommend you guys all watch it. And April vacation is coming to a close for kids across the state of Massachusetts, at least. I don't know if it happens across other states. All I know is I've studied Massachusetts a lot. I've done my own research on the state of Massachusetts, and that's how I know that they have April vacation this weekend. Not saying I live in Massachusetts. I don't. Don't live in Massachusetts, because I know some people say, oh, probably he lived in Massachusetts because he knows so much. No, I don't live in Massachusetts. I live in another state. I just know that Massachusetts had April vacation this weekend. I mean, this week, because I do a lot of research on Massachusetts due to the fact that I love history. I research history, and I found in my history researches a lot about Massachusetts. So I studied Massachusetts history, and from there, I learned a lot about the state, and now I know that they have April vacation this week. I believe the rest of the country does too. I don't know, though. I know I had it. I have April vacation this week in the school district that I'm in, outside of Massachusetts. But I don't know. That's just me. I know some school districts across the country do different things. Like, my school district chooses to have April vacation on this week. But I know some school districts don't. But I believe the rest of the country is on April vacation, though. But don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on any of this. When I began on the April vacation part, that was just a rant. That isn't anything. That isn't breaking news or anything. So just forget about that. You know, forget about that. That was all just a big mistake and a rant that I shouldn't have done. But as I said earlier, what I love about these videos, they're so original. These aren't, staged. They aren't written out by script. They're just me getting on my computer telling you guys how I feel. But anyways, on the April vacation note, I will research this. I believe the entire country is April vacation. I know my school district does. I don't know if the rest of the country does, though. And I do Massachusetts as doing my research on Massachusetts. But personally, I don't know yet. That was just my Facebook messaging. I don't know. So I'll do some research and I'll get back to you guys on that. I'll make a video about that. Yeah, so I'll just make a video and tell you guys whether the country is April vacation. I know my school district does, in the part of the country where I am, So anyways, I digress. So guys, I hope you have, I don't know what I digress means. I just hear a lot of people say it when they want to stop talking. So I don't know what that means. All I know is the simplest language I know is, guys, it's been awesome having this video. Sorry, I haven't made videos in so long that I'm kind of rusty, but I'll get better, and before long, I will be awesome at making videos. So just be patient with me, guys. Can't wait to make the next video, and I'll have breaking news as soon as we hear news from the French presidential election or any other thing that's occurring. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and bye!